Hello everyone, this is Matt Hoots with Sawhorse, and I want to talk to you about how to get the full value for your green home. Now there's several different stages that you need to worry about getting the value for your home. The first stage is when you are going to get the loan, and the second stage is if you ever decide to sell the house. Now the first thing, if you haven't built a house already, is to make sure you're working with a qualified architect and a qualified builder, one that has experience with building green houses. Once you've gone through the design process, you've worked on the pricing with your builder, the next step is to make sure you've chosen the proper certification. Now, typically the certification will be kept in mind when you're working on the design of the house. So for instance, if you're doing LEED, Passive House, or Earthcraft, or Energy Star, as you're designing the house, you want to make sure that you've kept the certification in mind to make sure that you don't have to make any edits as you're going through the checklist later on. So even though you know what's going to go into your house, your architect and builder knows what's going to go into the house, the appraiser and the bank really don't understand anything that's not on the plan. So that's why you have to have an appraisal green addendum. Now this green addendum is going to go over lots of items in the house that you typically wouldn't see on a set of plans or in the specifications. Now some of the main features that this is looking at, that again, these are areas that are typically upgrades over typical code built houses. Insulation, and again, if you go with like a foam insulation, fiberglass batt insulation, we use rock wool insulation. Those types of insulation, you would note that here. The building envelope is mainly talking about how tight it is. If you've taken extra measures to make sure this house is built way above the basic energy code. So windows is another feature. Again, if you're going with a high performance window, one that's going to be high end, it's going to last a lot longer, it's going to be typically a little bit larger of an investment. However, you're going to get a great return on this, not only in the durability, but also energy efficiency. Some of the other things that they keep in mind, you're looking at appliances, your water heater, your HVAC equipment. Again, these are areas where you're typically going to invest a little bit more upfront. However, you're going to get some long-term savings, and this does add value to the house. Now, one of the things you can't necessarily see on the set of plans or necessarily see inside the house, look at indoor air quality, water efficiency. There's different types of ways to have gray water systems, reclaiming the water, and also just basic utility cost. If you're just building the house, you're not going to know the utility cost, but you can also create something called a HERS rating, which is basically looking at the anticipated energy cost based on modeling for the house. And also there's a section here for comments. So there's other features that you're putting into the house, or you've invested more than typical house, put all those features right here. There's one additional section here for solar panels, and again, this is showing if you own the panels, if you lease them, and also the size of the system, so they can see how much energy you're going to save, and also the value of the system based on the wattage that it can put out. Now, it's very important that you fill out this form very thoroughly, that way you get the full value for each of these items, because these are things that are built above the typical code on a house. So if you're looking at comparables in the neighborhood, this is a great way to show the extra value of some of these features that you put into your house. Once you've filled out the addendum, you need to make sure that you talk to your bank when you're applying for this loan. Let them know that you need a certified green appraiser. If they don't know where to find one, the Appraisal Institute has a list of ones that have gone through the training that know how to look at this addendum and apply the proper value for the items on the list, this list, to your home. Now, while you're talking to your bank, they may have special green financing. Some states have this. There's PACE lending. There are lots of different types of green building programs out there that help you purchase and also build a new green home. Once the house is built and certified, you can list it on the Green Building Registry. Now, if you're looking for a house that is built to green building standards, you can also check the registry by typing in the address of the house that you want to purchase. It will also list all of the other houses in the neighborhood that have a green building certification. I'd like to thank Christopher Matos Rogers for helping me create this video. I asked him the question earlier today because one of my clients was looking for some of this information, and he kindly provided all these links because he's got the pulse on the community when it comes to real estate. Now, he is a green realtor at the national level. He also has a leadership role there and is helping other green real estate agents understand how to sell greenhouses. He brought up a very good point that I didn't really think about. Green real estate agents know how to sell these features on houses, which is kind of obvious. However, he mentioned that a green real estate agent, if they're involved in the process and listing it, can actually get your house listed for more and sell for more because they understand the value of each one of these components. So thank you, Christopher, for helping with this video. If you guys have any other questions about this process, I've got links in the description below where you can see all the different things that we talked about in this video. If this is your first time checking out our channel, we've got extra videos loaded up on both sides. Give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you can get notifications of future videos that come out. Thanks again, and see you guys next time.